Hey guys, it's Laurelei and I come to you from a long day of Comic-Con. It was a blast. I did vlog some of it and I've got photos and stuff. I decided I'm gonna take my footage from the whole weekend and put it into one big video that I'll put out probably on Monday. And it was great. I went as Jim Shorts, Dean Winchester. Check out my vlog for those photos. I got to see a replica of the Impala, and I spent way more money than I should have. I also may have kind of bought Mertonaster from the sword booth. Because I saw it and I was like, oh gosh, RWBY. Speaking of, Volume 4 drops tomorrow. I can't believe it. I'm so scared. I saw that a sneak peek of the first episode had gone up and I was like, I can't watch it. I'm waiting until tomorrow night, sitting with all my friends on my couch to watch this video. Because I've been waiting for, what has it been, 7 months? 7 months for this video. So yeah, that'll be coming out on Sunday for you guys. I hope you guys are able to watch it tomorrow when it comes out. If not, then you can see it on Sunday. But in the meantime, let's watch some good old World of Remnant, Atlas and Vacuo, as brought to us by our good friend Drunkle Crow. Let's start with Atlas. Okay.
I suppose it's time we talked about the fine people at the top of the world. Atlas is Remnant's youngest and arguably most successful kingdom, but it's a bit of a special case. See, before the Great War, there was no Atlas. There was Mantle. At some point in time, a group of settlers were crazy enough to venture out into the northernmost continent of Solitas. I guess when you're that desperate, a frozen hunk of rock doesn't seem like such a bad place to call home. As a matter of fact, the harsh weather conditions proved to be just as useful as the mountain ranges when it came to keeping the creatures of the grim at bay. It also kept the people of Mantle from flourishing. Humanity's got a neat trick up its sleeve, though. Whenever we're faced with a problem, our inclination is to find a solution. The cold climate of Solitas forced its settlers to adapt. They developed a more advanced technology, and they did it faster than the rest of the world, because they had to survive. But it was the Great War that really kicked things off.
So it was Atlas that first discovered
application
dust.
and weaponry allowed Mantle to expand. More and more territory was set aside for dust mining and research. The territory beside the kingdom's combat school, Alcius, was the most opportune area to construct a new R&D facility. But by the time things were all said and done, it would be much, much more. Alcius was reopened as Atlas after the Great War to house many of the warriors now seeking guidance in an effort to give back to the citizens. Mantle applied all sorts of new dust techniques and technologies it had used in the war to beef up the Academy's campus. The school grounds expanded faster than they could have imagined, and he even helped to better secure the surrounding areas. It wasn't long before the kingdom's military moved in, then the labs and research facilities, and eventually even residential areas started popping up. In time, it became apparent that the city of Mantle was living in Atlas' shadow. So the decision was made to move the kingdom's capital. Mantle was old news, and the kingdom of Atlas was born. A golden age of prosperity, they called it. But those was left behind in Mantle would probably tell you that it was the coldest winter they ever knew.
And I thought Mistral had kind of a dark tone to it. I'm really interested in learning all this stuff about the kingdoms we've been hearing about for so long, and oh wow. Okay. Let's go on to Vacuo.
Now, if there's one kingdom that's had it harder than the people of Mantle, it's Vacuo, the last of the 4 great kingdoms. The western end of Sanus is a barren and desolate wasteland. Long ago, before man went and ruined everything, it was a paradise. In the center of the vast desert was an oasis unlike anything you'd ever seen. A jungle bursting with natural resources, geographical defenses, and the world's largest recorded deposit of dust. Nomads that survived the journey across the scorching sands settled down in this little hidden gem, and over time the kingdom of Vacuo thrived. Unfortunately, comfort breeds weakness. While the rest of Remnant had to learn and adapt in order to survive, Vacuo's ancient society kicked back and lived a life of complacency. But when other, more developed kingdoms set their eyes on everything Vacuo had to offer, its citizens couldn't do anything to stop them from taking it. Years of human conflict, unrestricted mining, and ecological disasters have changed Vacuo. The paradise that was once there is practically indistinguishable from the surrounding deserts. Citizens live in makeshift homes, uprooting and traveling frequently in response to the fleeting resources and occasional attacks from the creatures of Grimm. After the Great War, a formal government was finally established. But by that point, the folks living in Vacuo didn't much care to uphold its laws, making the Shade Academy the only real source of order in the kingdom. But order isn't everything.
It's got a real kind of
Vacuo may not be as prim and proper as the other 3 kingdoms. It's still standing. People there have a mutual respect for one another. See, there's really only one unspoken rule in Vacuo. If you can survive here, then you're welcome here. So, there you have it. Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo. You know, Oz would always say that the 4 kingdoms were a representation of what mankind is capable of when working together. Ever the optimist. We sure could use him now.
See, I love watching these. I love learning more about the kingdoms. I love getting more RWBY, even if it's just in World of Remnants. But oh, it's so depressing, especially this season, because just we know everything's just fallen to shit. And Crow reminds us at the end of every single World of Remnant. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Oh, I'm gonna be like dying tomorrow. Hopefully, Comic-Con and everything will distract me enough that I'll be able to not flip out with anxiety waiting for the ability to see volume 4, but I hope you guys are ready, because I'm sure not. But the hype train is real, and I'm on board all the way. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.